Hey guys, good morning. It's Tony. I know I haven't made a video in a while. It's just because I've been honestly, I don't care about making videos, man. I'd rather just like trade and hang out with the chat. But my wife said that I have to be consistent, so I'm gonna go ahead and make a video, um, just to kind of get an idea of roughly where where we're gonna go, right? A couple of weeks back, I did say, well, I think like a couple when was the last video that I put? Like a week or two ago? Like a week or two? Monday, November. I said that I was super bullish, right? And then the last video I posted was somewhere like around here. The last video that I posted was around like here, probably like late October. And I said that I was still 100% bullish and I was looking for a big squeeze from the video that I posted 2 weeks ago. And that was 2 weeks ago, I think, yeah. So that ended up coming true, right? We ended up squeezing extremely hard to the upside. And right now, I am looking, while everything does look extremely bullish right now, and you have this very, very, very simple, right? Very simple. People would call it like what, like a bullish flag or something, bro. I don't know. I don't know what you call this here. I think we can actually just add it, right? Bullish flag. Bullish flag. It's got to show up somewhere. Because this looks like a bullish flag. Bullish flag. 5 minute. What about the 8 hour? 8 hour. I guess it doesn't show up. Anyways, yeah, I'm bearish right now. After this huge run, I'm very bearish short term. The week closed bullish here, right? So it's a perfect entry essentially. So I am looking for us to run even harder, possibly to the end of the year, right? So I am looking for us to keep pushing, possibly to the end of the year. Right now, we did close a 4-hour bear trigger. You've just been trading sideways, right? And let me get rid of this. That's a 2-day, yeah. So you have been trading just really sideways here. And what I want to happen is for us to actually drop a little bit more because we're pretty bearish on every single trading range. On the 4 hour, 6 hour, 8 hour, we're bearish, and then also we're about to close a bear on the 16 hour in about 42 minutes. So I'm definitely pretty bearish right now. The only thing that makes me a little bit weary is that you're starting to see movement. I think I just started seeing movement on the Nasdaq, right? So let's focus on the higher time frames, right? So what happened here, right? You have actually, I think we can go to the XPX 500. I think I have another chart set up on the black markets here. Yeah, there we go. So I do have this is your basic channel, right? Right here, your basic channels on the SPX. And then we can go ahead and just add our daily levels, right? Daily level there, daily level here, daily level like right there, right? So we'll stick with these for now. These are pretty much like your basic daily levels right here, right? And then we'll add another one just to make it look a little bit more consistent. I'll probably say like down now. Yeah, I'll say this low here. I don't think it's gonna be 412. I'll say this low here. And then if you want to go a little bit higher, probably, no, that's fine. I don't really care. That's fine. So you are kind of in the middle range. I did expect us to push a little bit harder to 438 before we actually drop. Because you did break, right? You did break towards the upside. And usually I like using the 8-hour candles to confirm a break to the upside. And if you can tell, right? So, right, you broke low. You broke this level here on an 8-hour. Traded side was a little bit. Ultimately you came back to that next support, right? And again, you broke that 8-hour candle to the upside and you kept pushing to the next level. Broke this 8-hour right here with this huge candle, so I'm expecting a push to 438, right? So as of right now, everything is still pretty bearish on the SPX, but because it's really just trading sideways, I would not be surprised if we just go to 438 and then drop like this, right? Or if you close the candle like above, if you close a candle above this, like this resistance right here, watch, and I'll show you guys. Watch, if you close a candle like this, like this. Let me change this color for you guys. You close a candle like that, right? You see how that's it like that? Let me see if I can make this a little bit. There you go. So if you close a candle like that over this resistance right here, right? Then I can definitely see us going all the way back to this level of like a 441, right? And even right now, essentially what's going on right now here, let me get rid of this for you guys, is let's do bare bones, right? So as much as, as much as I like to say that we're pretty bearish right now, all the indication right now shows me that we're getting ready to move up towards this 441 level, right? Because you broke this resistance, right? Broke up. You broke trend channel. You broke that channel trend, right? Trading sideways, right? And all you're really doing is just wicking up, and you're creating higher highs like right here, right? You're consistently creating like yes, you broke this one, but you're creating this, right? You're saying that's basically what you have right now. Is you're creating these like higher highs right now. So you kind of have this small little like bullish flag forming and stuff, whatever. So whichever way it breaks down, you're probably going to that direction, right? But if I was just basing this off of like the most basic TA that I can like think of, is what's going on here is this, right? You broke this trend, you broke resistance, right? Came back and retested it like that, and then you're probably headed to like a 441, right? That's like the most basic thing that I can think of. And you've just been trading sideways on the 4 hour, right? The only thing that's crazy about this is the 4 hour actually ripped up super hard to the upside, and you're above weekly resistance. So that's the only part that's really messing with me. And then really the VIX. The VIX is just consistently like, it doesn't want to like fully drop, right? And it has got like gaps to fill and stuff. But if I had to guess, it's probably going back to like a 14.47, right? Because it already broke its range, right? It already broke right here, and you have so many gaps, bro. Like you got so many gaps, and you have a gap up here. So, if here's the thing, right? If I had to be in a position that was a month out, which I'm already in, right? If I had to be in a position, I would be in shorts, strictly because you're about to close a 16 hour in about 38 minutes to the bear side, right? You're gonna close this into the bear side. You have a gap on the dollar to the upside. You have a gap on VIX to the upside, and then you have all these. And then you have all these gaps on SPY. Every single line with like dashed here is what is it called? Is a gap on SPY. Not only that, but what makes me more bearish is all the gaps on VIX. Like, look at all these gaps, bro, right? Like, these are all gaps. These are all big gaps, too. This 21 gap, like, it's going to get filled. DXY does not like gaps. Like, it usually fills these gaps within a week or two, right? So I would not be surprised to have VIX all the way back at 2023 this week or next week, right? So if I had to pick a position to be in for the next month, I'd pick shorts, right? And I would feel very comfortable just holding shorts for the next month and a half, which is what I'm in. I'm in SPXS calls right now, right? And I'm being relatively safe, right? I have $15, right? So I have in the money SPXS calls. And again, like you do have, right? So you do have a gap on SPXOXS down here at 1456, right? So again, you could just drop all the way down here and then push up. But I think I would feel more comfortable just holding what is it called? Holding shorts for the next month and a half, right? Just because of so many gaps, and just because where we're at, we're gonna close a 16-hour bear. The last time we closed it, right, that 16-hour bear trigger, right? Keep in mind, it did take a little bit, right? So you took what? So you came right from here all the way down, and you dropped $20 on the SPY in 10 days, right? And then before that, right? Before that, you dropped not coincidental, $19 in 9 days, right? $19 in 10 days. Like these are not like, like it's not a coincidence, right? That these are all like very similar moves. And again, I don't really want to make too much of I just want to make a general direction, right? $10 in 5 days, right? And again, this one did not, these did not play out, right? Perfect entry, and you kept pushing, right? While you were on a bull week, and we are on a bull week right now, right? So you can definitely expect us to cancel out that 16-hour that we currently closed and just keep going up, right? $12 in 3 days, right? And again, it's pretty consistent. That's the thing. It's relatively very, very consistent, right? So right there you go, $7, $7 in 5 days, and then here right? $10 in 10 days. So that's pretty consistent, and it's a really good way of detection to the low side. So I'm not really going to, I'm not going to go against the higher time frames right now, right? Because it's basically telling me like, hey, don't, like, why are you going to short up, like, why are you going to long up here after you just had a $25 rally, right? It makes no sense to long up here when you've already moved so much. So what I can expect, or what I'm expecting, let me see, 10 days, right there, right? We'll do this. So I'm expecting something like this within the next 10 days, or at most, right, you're dropping down like $19. Like, right, I mean, this would make sense, right? A drop back down to like maybe this level of like 417, like that, in the next 10 days. That's basically what I'm expecting, right? So you can get rid of this, get rid of that, get rid of this, whoops, this, get rid of this, right? And you can see every single time it's been really relatively consistent, and this has been going on since June, right? So there's no reason for me to fight against what it's telling me to do or what it thinks is going to happen, especially after, we just closed the bullish week, right, which is great. But I think because we're on a bull week, I think they say there are two things that can happen, right? They say the 16-hour either cancels out and we keep shooting up to like 441, right? Or we actually only drop about like $10 to like 426 by November 15th, right? Which would be sometime next week, I think, right? So that would make more sense. It would make more sense for us to actually have like a healthy drop down here, right? Like a healthy drop, and then you run like this. Like that would make absolute sense. For us to keep pushing this way, like towards the upside and go like this, this also makes sense. But I think after like a $25 rally, it's less likely. I think this one right here, this $18, $19 drop in 10 days, that's not very likely. Maybe like a 10% chance of happening, just because we're in a bullish week, right? So I would not expect that to happen. If it does, if we do break back under this trend, that's very bad, right? And that the likelihood of us breaking these lows goes up crazy high. But again, you have the VIX gaps towards the upside, you have the dollar gaps towards the upside. It's extremely hard to justify longing at this level when you're doing like a short-term, medium-term trade, right? So longer term, like maybe like a month and a half, I'm way more comfortable holding shorts than I am calls or longs, right? So for right now, I am in shorts, right? I'm shorting the market pretty heavy right now. I do think we're gonna drop back down to like at least 426. If we end up breaking the highs of where was it? Sunday, Friday. Yeah, we end up breaking these highs right here. See, I'll get rid of this. If confirmation for me on when to get out of these shorts is if we break the highs, right? And generally what happens is if you break the highs on the weekly candle, you end up like running super hard. So where's the 16th? Friday? Yeah, there we go. So if you end up breaking these highs right here from Friday, right? If you end up breaking this high, right, I am out of my shorts, and I will more than likely long to like a 445. That's just how it goes, right? I'm not going to be doing anything. It's just if we end up like breaking these highs up here, I'm out of my shorts and I'm longing to the next level, right? That's basically it. I'm looking for either a break of highs on the weekly candle, which is right here. So let's do this, right? If we break these highs here, right, like that, I'm longing immediately. So this fully recovers back to like a 430, like a 437-ish, whatever-ish. Like I'm longing, because more than likely you can have an 8-hour candle close up here, and then I'm longing to 445, and that's just kind of how it is, right? Really, and I'm looking for an 8-hour. I'm looking for an 8-hour close, right? I'm looking for an 8-hour close, or an 8-hour candle close above this. What is it called? Above this resistance at 4387, right? If we close the candle above this, I'm longing this to 445. And I'm switching to calls for the next like 2-3 weeks or something, or the month, whatever. But yeah, this has to, you gotta. I'm still pretty bearish, right? I will be extremely bearish in about 30 minutes at 6 o'clock in the morning. But for now, yeah, I'm just kind of chilling. I have a lot of time. I already started my shorts on Forex, so I don't really care care. I don't mind holding for like a month or so. But if I was to say that what direction I think we're going to go is, I think we're going to go down. And I think we're probably going to go down possibly like $10 or so. I'm eyeing that 427 level-ish. 427 for SPX, possibly by like next week or something. So we'll see what happens. But if we break those highs of last week, I'm out and I'm long in the market. I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.